Okay, now I don't know if I'm even going to put minutes on the phone. I'll see if Dad goes somewhere again. I got the cards. I'll activate it then if I need to. I don't have anybody to call. Nobody calls me, and they wouldn't have my phone number anyway. And I don't have anybody's phone number anyway either. So I don't have anybody to call. Everybody I have to call, I just pretty much talk to Dad, and so it doesn't make any sense to do the phone stuff to get to Facebook. I don't like Facebook. Facebook got on my last nerve, and it's been a long time since it's been on there. It feels good not to be there. And because there is no algorithm, there is no seven seals, there is no big event. The apocalypse, there's no big events. It just discusses horrible things that are happening because people are denying living the Lord's Prayer. Armageddon, that's basically people are at war because they refuse to live the Lord's Prayer. It's when you manipulate a narrative to manipulate people with the narrative. People are always constantly waiting for that narrative, like that. It's not now. What if not now, then when? Song by Tracy Chapman. And that's how you keep people manipulated. And money is the way people manipulate each other. And I was joking about earlier this morning about Robin Williams's, Prince Ali, Aladdin, and he's generous, so generous. It's throwing gold. Gold isn't real. Generous is sharing food with somebody if they don't have any. Remember that one story the gentleman told me in Sierra Vista at Fry's about the Hajj, where the three men were going on the Hajj and they had their Hajj money, and they just got out of town, and some lady had a pot with mud in it, trying to feed her kids, and the guy stopped and got her a place to stay, and took all his Hajj money and fed the kids, that woman and her children, and then he went back home, and that was his Hajj, right? And so you got to understand, going to places where people allegedly did great things through fantasy and making the story exaggerated and not based on reality, ruins what you can do right here, right now. And that Dubai thing, they had the one lady from Dubai, and the little boy, her son, he's diabetic, I guess. She said, "What do you want in a father?" And it wasn't anything. It was sad because it wasn't anything like Isaac said about, when he was going to sacrifice his favorite lamb to take care of Ishmael and Hagar. It wasn't anything like that. What kind of father do you want? A father like Abraham. A father that, like Muhammad. A father like Hud, mother. That's who I want a father like. I want a father who's kind, courageous, and faithful and loving, mother. That's what a child should say, not materialistic things that they think keep them happy but just temporarily satisfy them. And sexuality is definitely overrated, because most sexually aggressive people cheat and are abusive sexually and all kinds of horrible things. My whole life, I always held back on exercise and stuff, and I always wanted to do it when I got with my wives. And then when I got with my wives, they were so exceedingly insecure, but I know it wasn't my wives. With me and Stephanie, the military was horrible to us and made our relationship terrible. And she told me when we got back to Phoenix and things got better, she said if everything had been perfect right when we got together, better like it is now, I would have stayed. But no, you didn't take care of me and protect me. And I told her, how horrible it was in Cumberland County, North Carolina, and it might be too difficult on her, but she said, well, I want this opportunity to marry you and have a family with you, no matter how hard it is. Okay. And she came out, and it was very difficult for her. And I knew it was, and I didn't sit there until I told you, you stupid bitch. I just said, we just got to stick together, hang in there with it. It was very hard, though. There were moments where I really got upset and said some things to her that I could have said better. Okay. But it was very difficult. That I could have said better. I tried. It was hard. You can't really. It was like May Smith with the thing about the toolbox. If you'd had power tools instead of a hammer and a screwdriver, you would have done better at the time. So, I guess in retrospect, no. I said them things that I felt and I meant. And it was very difficult, and it was hard for her to understand because she was being abused by perverts that were testing me to see how brilliant and great I was. And I'm very humble, very kind, very protecting, and we are what we do, so I'm a beautiful, gorgeous man. And the people in the Pentagon, the Quorum of the 12, the Vatican and all that, they're just utterly very selfish and disgusting and pathetic. And I didn't expect that of them. I definitely expected Barack Obama to step up and be a better person. I was very disappointed by him, because of the things in the book and the things that I read, and in the documents in the Bible and stuff. And I thought he was going to step up. I thought he was more like Joshua and less like Lyndon Baines Johnson. So that was kind of depressing. My family, but it's different. Barack's an insider. Barack Obama's an insider that can step up. And they all say that, no, you can't, or the military will do this. Bullshit. That's bullshit. That's all what you just keep telling yourselves because you're addicted to what you're doing. No, I already took care of everything. COVID is all on you guys. What's happening in Gaza right now is all on you, which the mass murder in the Ukraine. Anybody with half a lick of sense can see it and see what's happening. Working parts for the working man, He's Zelensky. And, Rockefeller sure does have a sense of humor. It's sick and twisted. I don't know if you call it a sense of humor. It's because when you watch TV, okay? You guys, that Deadpool, you're joking about murder and killing. And entertainment about murder and killing. I was watching some of Daniel Boone, and at the beginning of the thing, he was the fightingest man, and there's this guy pretending to be an indigenous person coming at him, and he shoots him and kills him. That's to get you interested in the show. And it's sad that we haven't learned from the past, and we turn the past into monetary-based, idolatrous entertainment, as opposed to a story like, aren't you glad that kind of crazy shit doesn't happen anymore? Because we're better human beings. It's really fucked. Let's load this one up. There is no algorithms and stuff. If I have to fix the computer pretty much largely by myself, a lot of the things in the documents are very spot on, but you have to understand them. Like on that day, life is eternal, grace is infinite, and you share memories of other people through spiritual essence. And when it becomes obvious that Jesus was correct, Muhammad is correct, and we should all be living the Gospels to save our planet and live in the kingdom of heaven here on earth and not destroy each other through selfish hell, you're not going to be able to go back and rewrite your pages in the book. Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Bob, it was difficult for Bob. I'm different. I'm the Messiah. And Krishnamurti, why aren't you as critical of Krishnamurti as you were of the Dalai Lama and stuff? Because did he have Learjet to flew him around and a personal physician too? Krishnamurti, didn't have available to him what is the Dalai Lama still with us? What he has available to him, and people should recognize me and step up. And if they can't, I've worked diligently on the technology so people can. And if they don't, it's their own failing. And Rockefeller, they'll gladly kill over him, and so we'll see what happens. I love you. Peace.